Hey everyone, this is Carlo again from Secrets, and we are back with Blake Alty, who is going to take us through Anthem. Take it away, Blake.
All right. Another tour here over the Paradigm Anthem booth. Going to do a quick walkthrough of the Anthem products we have on display. And if I'm trying to jog my memory, I believe this is the first time we've had this series of receivers and processors here at CEDIA.
Okay.
We came out with these during COVID, so we didn't have the chance to display these, so we're pretty excited to show them off now.
Excellent.
I think they're some of the best looking receivers we had, but they also have a whole lot of pack full of features and goodies that we haven't had before.
All right.
So the starter, what we've got here is our three different model options for receivers. We've got the 540, 740, and 1140, named respectively after how many powered channels they have, 5, 7, and 11.
Excellent.
With extra pre-out channels in case you need that to extend your home theater even further than what we have for powered channels.
Very nice.
With RCA outputs.
Excellent, excellent.
Plenty of features in these guys, Chromecast built in, AirPlay direct to them as well, Bluetooth, all the streaming features you could possibly want on them. Plus a new web user interface, which is something new for us as well. So you can set these guys up entirely from your computer or from the front panel, whichever is easier for you.
Nice.
So really bringing them into the future in a sense.
Yeah.
Included things like over-the-air updates. Really just brought all the features that we really wanted, the wish list items that we wanted from the previous generation. We were able to add into these guys. So I think they do everything you could possibly want without overdoing it. So we skip things like video scaling. It's just strict video pass-through, so it doesn't do the things you don't want it to do, but it does everything you want it to do.
It does the important stuff.
It does all the important stuff. All the other stuff that we still wanted before, like our virtual inputs and everything else.
Yeah.
Now, we've extended the line this generation, so we had the AVM 60 previously, which we updated to the AVM 70, which is a pre-processor with upgraded DACs, ADCs, the bells and whistles over top of the MRXs, but with all the same great things you'd like from the HDMI boards.
Very nice.
But what we've got obviously is the balance connections in addition. We have the pre-outs on the MRXs, but these guys got the balance connections in addition to all the other features I was talking about. But the new thing that we came out with this season, which is the real big hitter, is the AVM 90.
So this is it.
This is it. So the AVM 90 features obviously significantly more channels, including 4 independent subwoofers.
Oh, nice.
So
very nice.
And I should mention the 1140 and the AVM 70 also have 2 independent subwoofers. The other guys just have a Y split essentially subwoofers. But these are 4 independent subwoofers. And with new ARC now, we can do auto phase alignment and adjust that through Anthem room correction. So when you're running Anthem room correction, not only do we measure your whole system and perfect the frequency response, but now we adjust your subwoofer delays individually.
So was that system similar to what was available in the STR preamp with a phase adjustment and calibration?
Similar, but a lot more refined and a lot better. And now we've rolled this new version of it back into the STR as well.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so that's receiving up. So I would say this is significantly better and more accurate.
Okay.
It took a lot more time to refine the whole process. That was our first stab at it with the STR. But now that we're doing independent subs on the MRX line, we decided to revamp that whole process, and significantly better, I'd say now. The process is smooth, seamless, it runs directly after running ARC. The process has gotten a lot more streamlined, and the results are a lot better as well, I'd say.
Very nice, very nice.
So we're very excited about that, especially when you're running 4 independent subs, and you want to make that balance in your room so everything's hitting you at the same time, and you don't want to have to sit there with subs in the middle, crawling around the floor, doing this manually. It's a whole lot smoother of a process.
Right, absolutely. Well, that's great.
Yeah, and
very
beyond
cool.
that, all upgraded DACs and everything else in this case as well. So
and this is already shipping and being delivered.
This is shipping.
Wow.
And then one thing I would like to add on top of this is that this now is a 2.1 board, so this does full-fledged 8K.
Outstanding.
4K 120, 8K 60, which will be coming for the rest of the models, as well as upgrade path as well for those.
Excellent.
Now,
very nice.
When you're using the preprocessor, obviously you're going to need some power to go with them. So what we've done is upgraded our MCA amplifiers. It's mainly a cosmetic lift with minor upgrades in the circuitry and the amplification here. But mainly it is a cosmetic update to match the processor. So when you've got a very nice stack of equipment that it has the looks to match, but obviously the MCAs have been an amplifier with us for a long time, and the power is 225 watts per channel.
Nice.
We've got a 2-channel, 5-channel, and 3-channel options. and all the power you really need for a 2-channel, or sorry, rather not 2-channel, but a home theater system. If you need more power, we've got more on the other side here. So
right on. Okay, let's go.
Here.
Let's play Follow Blake, everybody. Dun, 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 dun,
Do the
dun,
dance.
dun, 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 dun.
But actually, before we get to the power, the other thing we've got here is our MDX amplifiers. For those who don't know about these are our matrixing distribution amplifiers. 8 and 16, so 8 channels, 4 zones, 16 channels, 8 zones.
Wow.
Full web user interface like the MRX. Using the same layout and everything, so it's really familiar. If you're using the 2 different products, you can jump back and forth with ease. It's simple designs. A lot of cool features on these. It's complete matrixing. Use any input to any output. You can also bridge them for more power, and you can also use a paired zone to power a subwoofer as well for a zone. So let's say you have speakers in one zone, and you want to use zone 2. You could use this and bridge it for a subwoofer in the zone for zone 1, and have this cross over to this.
Okay. Okay.
So if you're not using all the zones for some in-ceiling speakers or something, what you could do is then use the power available for those subwoofers as well. So you don't need outboard subwoofer amplifiers.
So really flexible.
Extremely flexible.
Very nice.
The whole idea behind this was to be as flexible as possible. And,
very
and
cool.
I think we did achieve that. We've been doing amazing with these guys, and we're very, very, very proud of them.
Very nice.
Now moving down the line, this isn't something new, but we've got our SGR lineup, our 2-channel products.
Very familiar with these.
Very familiar, as am I. I listen to these every single day. SGR preamp and power amplifier. You got no video on these, but all the audio features you could want in a 2-channel product. Balanced in and out. We've got no web UI in these guys. Again, much more of a streamlined, classic stereo product.
Right.
But as you go down to the power here with the SDR power amp, we've got 400 watts per channel, tons and tons and tons of power.
Oh yeah.
Very clean with the meters in the front to let you know just how much you're using as you're listening.
Yep. Yeah.
As we always want to strive for as much headroom as possible. We listen to 2-channel audio so you can have as clean of a sound as possible.
And there it is in silver, folks.
And there it is in silver.
Very nice.
And with your, we can go over the quick inputs. We got digital XLR direct per channel. We got USB DAC inputs, optical, coax, and obviously your standard analog with phono inputs for both moving magnet and moving coil.
I remember the STR has like a really impressive phono stage. I mean, and phono facilities. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff with it.
All kinds of stuff. We've got built-in adjustable rumble filters. We've got beyond the RIAA curve, we've got customizable selected curves that if you've got different old records that you want to listen to that have different, that predate
like
the
Decca and those other ones.
All the different old stuff. When there wasn't one standard, and if you want to listen to those, you can actually listen to them properly for the first time on these guys. So it's just at this price point, I think it's reaching pretty high.
Oh yeah, it's very, very cool setup.
And then if you're looking for something a bit more compact in the stereo lineup, we've got the integrated amplifiers. So, if you don't need as much power as the separates, we step down to about 225 watts here per channel. Same input options, we're talking the same phono options here as well. It's just a bit more streamlined, put into one box. Obviously, you don't have the benefits that you would of the separates, of the separate power supplies and everything else you'd have. So we stick it all into one box, but it's an amazing piece when you're space conscious over the separates there. But does everything you'd want with a ton of power. It's hard to find these guys stereo products like this with as much power as they do, with the room correction that they have as well. And as we mentioned before, auto phase adjustments as well, not just frequency response adjustments. So they give you a whole lot of control over the sound in your room. Obviously, if you'd like to as well, they got pure analog bypass. If you just want to listen to your, let's say, your record player directly pass through, you don't have to mess around with any of the digital stuff, but we give you all the digital options at your fingertips there as well to modify that sound.
Very nice, very nice. Oh man.
So actually, you know what? There's one more thing. Let's drag you over here.
No, it's like, but there's one more thing.
But one more thing. We have our new ARC kit and Anthem ARC microphone.
ARC, everybody. Then, so this is a new kit and a new microphone?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
so you
look
can
at
see
that.
We got the longer tip on it with that little sticker there with a black dot at the front.
Ah, look at that. That says this side faces the room.
So what we're doing here is we've got the option, the recommendation that you face that to the front of the room. What this lets us do is capture high frequencies more accurately.
Okay.
So we corrected previously up to about 5 kilohertz.
Oh, nice.
And we would correct up to 20 kilohertz if you wanted to. but I'd always warn that it becomes less accurate as you go up with the standard microphones, where your tweeter's placed versus the microphone, and how these correlate to each other in the planes they're on. But what we've done is we compensated for that with this new microphone. It's no longer serialized. They're flat microphones with the box here, so you don't need to go searching for that or download these files. But also you'll be able to measure much higher than you were previously with more accuracy.
So is this new microphone compatible with like older Anthem products, like some of the older MRX
Yes,
MRX receivers and everything?
You can use this microphone and go back with that. So it's a more accurate microphone up in the higher frequency. I'd say it's comparable down the lower frequencies. But again, no longer serialized, and you can mix and match this with the old products. So when you use this new kit on the old products, no problem. Old kit on the new products, no problem.
Nice.
We automatically recognize with our Genesis which microphone you're using, and appropriately ask you for the serial number of the calibration number if you need it, or don't if you don't need it.
So I could get a more accurate calibration than with the new microphone. That's the idea.
Yes, if you're correcting above 5 kilohertz, yes, you definitely could.
All right, very nice. Well, that's awesome. Is there anything else, Blake?
That's it.
Are you sure? Are you positive?
I think that's
You're not sneaking anything up on me.
No. No, that's it.
Okay. Sir, thank you so much again for your time. This was fantastic. We appreciate it.
Anytime, bro.